Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney on this channel. We answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. We have a question here from Business Always IP5PW, who says, "So, Mr. White, you seem passionate, or you've convinced many. However, people, please understand that things are not always as they seem. What's your record, sir? How many cases have you won compared to losing? Question mark, question mark, question mark." Well, Business Always, industry-wide, believe the settlement rate is generally a skosh north of 98%. Now, that might sound great, and to Business Always' point, it's not as great as you think. So, listen, settlement rate in this industry is very high. However, do not take that to mean that everyone's getting the settlement they want, right? It's very common for cases to settle for nuisance value. $2,000, $5,000, $15,000, $20,000, whatever it is. There's a lot of cases people get into them. They're not what you thought they were. They're not what the attorney thought they were. Things are a little bit different. Or the case is exactly, what they thought, but damages aren't there. No treatment with a mental health professional for the emotional damages, the economic damages. The employee, the plaintiff mitigated immediately, finding a new, better paying job, so the economic damages are low. And, a case like that could end up settling for low amounts. So that settlement rate, or I guess I should say that resolution without trial rate, is exceptionally high in this industry. However, a lot of those people leave unhappy, right? You might feel that your case is amazing, and you might go to your attorney, and your attorney might say, "Listen, you don't have damages here," or, "Hey, you told us X, Y, and Z, and it turns out X, Y, and Z is not quite what actually happened. It's more of a CYA situation," and that's a problem for us because the case is not what we thought it was. So, we think we can get you $15,000, $20,000 right now. Let's get you out of this case because this case turns out not as great as we thought it was. And I will tell you right now, that plaintiff is probably not happy. But if she or he decides to settle their case, that settlement goes into that 98%, right? That data for that figure. So to your point, Business Always, yeah, there's a lot of people who bring their cases and don't get what they want. That's common. I think something I stress on this channel is these $1 million cases that people talk about. These are incredibly rare. These are perfect storms of situations where you have the right plaintiff, the right set of laws, and the right jurisdiction, and the right fact pattern, and the right counsel, all in place. And all of these things require, and the damages are verifiable and have been substantiated and can be supported and, have been maximized. And so, yeah, to your point, Business Always, the big cases, the bigger cases, as they say, are incredibly rare. Incredibly rare. Yes. By the same token, Business Always, if employment law firms weren't getting results on cases and weren't potentially helping people, and they were working primarily on a contingency, I don't think they would last very long, right? If they weren't putting up numbers, if they weren't getting their clients checks, how would they persist? How would they continue to exist, right? That doesn't necessarily track, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to afford to run these law firms if they weren't getting their clients checks, because in getting their clients checks is how they get their percentage. I guess if you're questioning me personally, I am washed up. I would not tell you that I am a great trial attorney. I would not tell you I'm a great litigator. Listen, I think I am incredible at picking cases and running a law firm. That's about all I got going for me. Ask any attorney who knows me, and they will let you know. They will be thrilled to let you know that fella's aggressively mediocre. Yeah, agreed. I am not a great litigator. Had a few moments. A couple things went well for me. But I, don't choose to run cases today because I don't think I'm the best person to do it anymore. Also, my time is better spent running a firm, running a YouTube channel, picking the cases that our attorneys will then pour their heart and soul into. So if you're questioning me personally, I agree. We are on consensus. Business always consensus. We agree. Aggressively mediocre for me personally. I think the attorneys at this firm are fantastic. I think top tier talent. But of course I say that. It's my firm. I'm not going to come out here and be like, they're no good. I just sincerely believe that they are top tier talent. Every one of them. And if they weren't, they wouldn't last here. We've got a long track record of that. So, again, business always. Do I think industry-wide employment attorneys are helping clients? I do. Do I think that everybody's getting the settlement they want? Sure don't. Do I think that I'm amazing? Sure don't. Agree with you there. I hope this addresses your concern. Or if you have additional concerns, I would love to hear more. Like, I get the skepticism. I don't know if the skepticism necessarily is borne out based on the economics of the industry, right? Like, if all these firms, again, are working on a contingency, which, a percentage of what they win for somebody, and they're pouring, we know, oodles upon oodles of money into a case, and attorneys aren't cheap. You got to employ attorneys, so they cost a lot of money to employ. Where would the overhead get covered if they weren't putting up results, right? Even bad attorneys in this field, both bad in the sense of villainy, but also bad in the sense of incompetence, tend to produce checks for their clients. It might not be the best checks. It might not be the checks I'd want to see. It might not be a maximized value, reduced risk approach, but they're still helping folks, just not as much as I'd like them to help. And that, that still has merit. There's a lot of people that's enough for. And by that I mean, like, both attorneys. There's many attorneys in this field who are thrilled just get quick easy money getting somebody a check. But also there's clients who are like, yeah, give me 40 grand. Give me 40 grand in 2 weeks. I'm pretty happy. And you can be like, well, I think we could probably get you 400. And they might tell you, that's really great to hear. Give me the 40 right now. Do what I tell you. And you're like, okay, you're the boss. So even the bad firms kind of have to produce some level of results for their clients. Otherwise, unless they're working on a pure hourly basis, which is pretty rare in this industry. Anyways, I digress. Business always, I hope this addresses your concern. I hope I was sincere enough for you. I wish you great luck, great success. And if this video was helpful, like, subscribe, comment down below. Share our channel so it can grow.